In episode 312, Chen Guo swung the heavy metal a couple of times, complaining it was way too heavy. Her resistance was plain to see. But then they immediately set up a one-on-one match. The fight began. With the newly replaced Chen Chong mouse, Chen Guo was indeed struggling to adjust. But this time, his mood had settled. The cold water had already been thrown, hadn't it? The new keyboard and mouse could only offer so much help. Chen Guo had already realized this fact. When she fought seriously, Chen Guo wasn't half bad. He's not top tier, but he's at least on par with Tian Qi and Yue Zhongnian. He can hold his own against the vast majority of players. Plus, he'd been building up this account for years, so his gear was pretty solid. In most matchups, he even had the edge. During this match, Chen Guo quickly realized the advantages of the heavy metal mouse. Compared to the old Breeze 7, this heavy mouse actually seemed easier to control. It's heavy, sure, but it's still just a mouse, not a brick. A flick of the wrist is all it takes to move it. Moving the mouse until you're exhausted? That's clearly an exaggeration.
What that guy said seems to be true.
Chen Guo kept muttering to herself, feeling the mouse grow more and more responsive in her hand, her movements becoming smoother and more fluid. This round, we finally took it down without a hitch.
Let's see what you have to say for yourself now.
Chen Guo felt a flicker of smug satisfaction, but when she glanced back at the guy at the front desk, her anger flared right back up. Finally won a match, and that guy didn't even see it. He's just hunkered down at the front desk playing his own game. Chen Guo felt a bit helpless. She couldn't exactly call Ye Shu over just to watch her play. So he started another match with a huff, glancing over at Tang Ru's screen. He saw that Tang Ru had also logged into the game and was now in Line Canyon.
What are you guys up to?
Yeah, fought all day yesterday. My gear's almost broken. Gotta go get it repaired.
Still being hunted.
The two girls had spent the whole day together, swapping plenty of stories about Glory.
I think so. Yushu told me to be extra careful.
Where is he?
He just logged on too. Yeah, also in One Line Valley. We'll probably head into a dungeon together in a bit.
Right.
Chen Guo acknowledged him and went back to her PK match in the arena. Yi Shu had been offline for about half an hour. When he logged back in, Su Mocheng's Windward Formation and Steamed Bun Invasion were nowhere to be seen. After all, it's still not wise for them to linger in crowded places for too long.
Hey, did they get the boss yet?
As he sent the message, Ye Shu pulled up the Witch's Kill record leaderboard.
Not yet.
Su Mucheng replied. Ye Shu checked the leaderboard and saw their first clear record was still the only one listed.
Ah, that's tough work.
I really want to go back and see what it's like.
Hey, enough gossip. Let's run the dungeon and then get some rest.
Is everyone here?
Su Mucheng saw that Tang Ru's Soft Mist and Chao Yifan's 1-inch Ash had also logged in. They were repairing their gear. After a full day of grinding and fighting, your gear always needs some repairs. If not for that, they could have just stayed in the canyon maze, dodging and hiding. It would have been pretty fun, actually.
Hopefully we can get there before they finish off the boss.
Probably. Even after they finish the boss, it'll still take them some time to get here.
It's not far from Blazing Forest, right?
Well, a lot of people probably came from Skyreach City.
Ah, what a tragedy.
The three of them casually cleared out the mobs until midnight, when the dungeon reset. After Tang Ru and Chao Yifan repaired their gear, they finally saw the system message they'd been waiting for. The final blow on the Flame Witch Cassius of Blazing Forest was struck by Tyrannical Ambition.
Oh, they managed to take it down. Not bad.
Yi Shu said, sending a message to Ye Duhan as he spoke.
Hey, what dropped?
What's up? That's none of your business.
Yi Duhan replied.
Given your progress, I think it's time to update the terms of our wager.
Damn, no way.
This time, Tyrannical Ambition's takedown of the Flame Witch Kashu was far from easy. The 7 major guilds were all tangled up, each wanting to strike, yet each afraid of giving the others an opening. Otherwise, with the full force of a guild charging in, taking down the Flame Witch Kashu definitely wouldn't have been as ridiculously drawn out as when Ye Shu and his crew did it that day, 4 people slogging away for 3 whole hours. In that initial chaotic free-for-all, no one managed to gain a decisive upper hand. In comparison, Tyrannical Ambition was still lagging behind. They had fewer people on the field at the time, so their DPS on the boss was naturally lagging behind. But once their reinforcements arrived, Tyrannical Ambition's advantage became clear. Those 5 players led by Zhang Yu weren't just any elite squad, they were among the absolute top-tier elites in the entire Glory Online game. Don't be fooled by how they looked like fools in front of Ye Shu, they're just playing on a completely different level. If they had the strength to rival Ye Shu, the clubs would have snatched them up for their teams long ago. They wouldn't still be muddling around in the online game. Since the launch of Glory, official statistics show that over 100 million account cards have been issued. But given how many players have multiple accounts, it's tough to pin down an exact number. But no matter how you slice it, there are tens of millions of players. And what about the pro players? Currently, in the 8th season of the professional league, the 20 teams have a total of 206 registered pro players. Out of tens of millions of players, only 206 have become pros. Even counting all the retired players, the total is just a few hundred. With millions against mere hundreds, these numbers alone show just how elite the pro players are. So it wasn't that Zhang Yu and his crew were weak, it was like Michael Jordan playing in a high school league. So, the moment they faced ordinary players, Zhang Yu and his 4 companions instantly regained their awe-inspiring presence. The awkward, constrained feeling they had in front of Lord Grimm vanished completely, and their confidence as experts returned in full force. These 5 were top tier in skill, battle-hardened, each capable of holding their own. Every guild had players like them, but none had sent them all to the 10th server like Tyrannical Ambition did. Chen Yahui's attempt to build an advantage in the 10th server was, in fact, based on this very same line of thinking. This time, however, Chen Yahui was careless. After a long and grueling boss fight, Tyrannical Ambition secured the advantage and ultimately snatched the Flame Witch Kashu thanks to these 5 players. For Tyrannical Ambition, which had been taking LS for days, this was nothing less than a shot of adrenaline. But before the guild's victory spam had even died down, Lord Grimm had already shamelessly sidled up. Nightwalker could only curse his own lack of a sharper tongue, unable to verbally eviscerate Ye Shu. So they changed the list right after we killed the Fire Witch Kashu? Feels like this boss was taken down just for Lord Grimm's sake. Cold River by Night would not stand for this.